Hey y'all, are you ready to dream it real? Well, let me tell you something. Michael B. Jordan and Arya Stark definitely are. They're part of Coach's new Dream It Real podcast, which is a series for those who dream. And okay, it's not just for those who dream, it's for those who take action in creating the future that they know is possible. So consider the new series part of Coach's Dream It Real initiative, your very own dream inspiration. You can subscribe today wherever it is that you get podcasts and go listen to them, because I definitely will, because you know I stand. And let's move on.
Hey y'all, this week's episode is also brought to you by Philo, which has over 50 of your favorite channels like HGTV, AMC, VH1, MTV, and so many more. You can enjoy live and on-demand TV plus unlimited recording for only $20 a month with no contract. Philo is on Roku, iOS, Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. Start your free trial instantly with no credit card required at philo.tv/read. That's philo.tv/READ. Go watch TV and save some money while you're doing it. All right, let's start the show.
Boy, there you go. You're telling me that you love me.
Niggas.
But boy, you know that you belong to another hoe who loves you. Paraphrasing. Yep. You are so fine. You blow my mind with the things you do to me. She's not blind. She's not blind. Things you do for me.
Things you do for me.
I'm so into you.
I'm so into you.
Don't know what I'm gonna do. Boy, you've got me so
confused.
I'm so confused.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're not you're not mine.
Ooh, what am I supposed to do?
Woo, vocals, bitch. What a song.
Welcome back, guys.
God damn, that's
We're sisters with voices.
That's right, bitch.
I am LaWanda Page.
And I am Kelly Rowland.
Good choice.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
This is the read.
Eternally gorgeous. Amen. We're back.
Welcome back. Another week.
Cannot wait for people to see you singing like this. Are you going to sing on the TV show?
Oh, absolutely
you
not.
Should.
That's never going to happen.
No, we should.
Nope. So
I'm going to bring it up.
This week in Black Excellence, Mother's Day just happened.
It did.
So this week I'm going to be shouting out the National Bailout Collective and their Black Mamas Bailout Project. Okay, so I read about this on Because of Them We Can, where I get a lot of my Black excellence inspiration. And here on their website, it says the National Bailout Collective is a Black-led and Black-centered collective of abolitionist organizers, lawyers, and activists, building a community-based movement to support our folks and end systems of pretrial detention and ultimately mass incarceration. So what they've basically done is put together a collective. We have discussed extensively about how mass incarceration and basically the justice system in this country being trashed altogether.
That's true.
And how so many people are locked up just because they can't afford bail, specifically us. And I also love that it says here on their website, Black people are over 2 times more likely to be arrested, and once arrested are twice as likely to be caged before trial. And it also says our LGBTQ and gender nonconforming family are targeted and caged at even more alarming rates.
That's right.
And ones in jail are significantly more likely to be sexually and physically abused. So this is like...
Whew, it's almost like they lock us up just so they can abuse us. Really would not be shocked by that in the least, but yeah.
So
they're doing great work over there with the National Bailout Fund.
They coordinate the Mama's Day bailouts. It was recently shared on ABC News. In the past 2 years, they've raised over $1 million, helped release 300 people from pretrial detention. And this year alone, over 100 Black mothers from 35 different cities. So If you want, you can go over and support. You can donate at nationalbailout.org. Shout out to all of them doing amazing things and bringing families together and giving a classy middle finger to injustices.
Woo, in whatever way we can, because the system is still going to unfairly target us. But, we've always been resilient, if nothing else.
Ooh, what are we supposed to do? So this week, I'm just here. I don't know.
Fuck, bro.
Whatever.
What a mess.
This week in Hot Tops, the bad seed.
Why would you do that right after I took a sip? Oh my God.
Do with that what you will.
It's going to take some of y'all a minute for it to click. And then you're going to be like, oh my God.
I love that so many people got Pacific Rim. Like, I was just satisfied with that one.
Mm-hmm. No, you're pleased.
So
you're pleased with yourself.
That one alone. I don't care how many of these other ones are corny.
No, they're all great. I don't know what you mean.
First up, Steph Curry with the cape. Last week we discussed Ayesha Curry and her bravery when she came forward on the Red Table Talk, one of my favorite shows. Discussed insecurities with all of these sack chases on her husband and, wanting a little bit of that energy, a little lust coming her way sometimes that she doesn't want but wants.
That's right. Just want to know she got it.
Yeah, exactly. Even though, girl, you're fine.
You're not going to do nothing with it, but it's fine. You're so gorgeous. And but girl, it's fine.
So, Steph Curry used his IG stories to put a little cute. Are these his colors? I know the colors of the Warriors. They are blue as well as it's like a yellow.
I believe it's gold. Like the best sausage in the world. You ever had blue and gold sausage?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It might just be in Oklahoma.
Maybe it is.
Goddamn, that is the best sausage you have ever had in your life. Oh, nigga, you know what? I'm fixing some blue and gold sausage. I'm going to have somebody send me a roll. I wonder, can you buy it online? Nigga,
that sounds, I bet it
Bitch, it is phenomenal.
I bet it's so
God
good.
Damn it.
It sounds good.
It was our fundraiser in high school. It was like all the school's fundraisers because niggas in Oklahoma love that fucking sausage.
Well, he just put a little caption here on a picture of them together looking like they're at prom. And it says, proud of you for being authentic and putting yourself out there, not being afraid of the potential bullshit. Of course, shit is got asterisks in it. Or their number signs.
Because Jesus don't play that.
Yeah, no, Jesus
do not like that.
And he's always watching.
Right, that's right.
And nonsense that could and did come at you. Way more positive than negative with all of this. Keep being you. I love you. And honey, that's the only opinion that counts. Right, Ayesha?
I mean, no, that's not the only opinion that counts. But it's fully expected from the Currys that, Steph would step up for his wife like that. And it is what should happen. Any man should step up for his wife when she's dealing with people on the internet being assholes. Like, I get it. And they are still fucking adorable together.
Absolutely.
Did you see that video of him pretending to be Chris Brown?
No.
Oh my God. It was a white woman from DoorDash delivering 2 big ass bags of food to their house. And she was like, why do you seem familiar? And he was like,
he lied and said
he said, my name is Chris Brown. I used to sing a little bit. And then he said, run it.
No,
it's your man. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh my God. Why do I miss everything?
He told Ayesha, the DoorDash lady, think I'm Chris Brown. Who you want to be? And she looked at him like, nigga, what? He kept singing. He was, I just don't want to mess up my voice. That poor white woman. She had no idea.
I should totally do that.
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait for a white person to ask why I look familiar because I'm going to say I'm Lizzo. I'm gonna. It's going to come out.
I don't know who to say that I am. I usually go for Gary Coleman, but he's dead.
No, Gary Coleman. Yeah. You got a foot at least on Gary Coleman, please.
No, she's crazy compared
you could
to.
Be, oh no, who is it that everybody always says you look alike and you always
literally any dark-skinned nigga with a beard.
Just,
he doesn't even have to have a beard. He just has to be dark-skinned and look like a normal, regular, not standing out face.
You should just say you're Jesus. Because that's what you look like. You and Jesus look like brothers.
Honestly, I feel like down the line somewhere
in Jamaica,
we're going to end up at the same family reunion. Like, what?
Like, who? That's what you should say. Like, oh, you know, Bodega Boys, gang, gang.
So yeah, you know, homegirl was just being human and stuff and cute, and the next thing you knew, she was dealing with the shade room comments, and I don't know how used to. I mean,
that's to be expected, honestly.
I mean, girl, you on a Red Table Talk,
right? You want a Red Table Talk, therefore you will be on the shade room. But you're also Aisha Curry. You're quite wealthy and beautiful with a gorgeous family, great husband, all that. So
you can cook.
Who cares what these niggas have to say? Who really cares? Girl, no. Not if I had Aisha's life.
Rapper Aubrey Graham apparently owns his own Boeing 767 jet plane. Air Drake is what it's called.
Are you serious?
He revealed the aircraft via his IGTV. It's a thing the girls use these days, where you can make your videos much longer than they need to be. And he showed us.
It's just YouTube for Instagram.
I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm playing. But yeah, he showed it off in its little hangar, and them peeling the decals and showing that shit off. It says Air Drake along the side as well as his owl.
Oh, of course it does. The OV owl.
The OV owl. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that the praying hands that were on, I guess that's his like logo or symbol.
Them same Black Jesus praying hands that have been on every like church fan and program and all that. Them same hands.
It uses them on everything, I guess now. Okay. I guess it's like, it might be, I don't know.
My mama won't like that. When she said anything where rappers insinuate that they are associated with Jesus or Christianity, my mama immediately is like,
it just means praise.
No, she don't.
It just believes in praise. That's all it means.
Praise who? And why is that on your plane?
Praising
we
God.
Praise God, and that's it.
Exactly. Nope. And he's so close to him because he's so high up in his aircraft.
All right.
Well, apparently he's also the ambassador of this Canadian airline called Cargo Jet that does like cargo jet rentals and private fancy nigga shit. I don't know. But he's the ambassador for them now. They're excited too. I don't really know what that has to do with this plane. Maybe they shaved a couple million off of it.
Oh, okay. Yes, I don't know. A discount on a plane. That makes sense.
But CBS News says, according to Airways magazine, that those types of planes cost about $185 million before you get them customized. So, you know... I'm sorry. What? Adonis's daddy is having a great time.
185...
Flying him back and forth to Jamaica for as much festival as they want.
That is... $185 million for an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them double-decker kinds where you just got an upstairs and a downstairs.
I don't know. He showed off a little bit of the inside. It looks to have a champagne room.
There we go.
Probably as well as, other luxury things. Right. I assume that Adonis will get a sibling in there at some point or have one conceived there.
Right. Why not?
Because do you need an NDA when you're 30,000 feet? I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. If it happened in the air, it stays in the air. That's science.
This is cute. This is very fancy. Good for Drake. He's worked hard for a long time. If anything, shoot a cool video in it. Other than that,
I mean, right. Like, nigga, this is my plane. This is my airplane.
I just kind of hope he shoots like a really luxurious video in it with
absolutely
every one of his new favorite strippers.
Absolutely. But for $185 million, I'm gonna need a pilot to come with that bitch and
probably does
gas for at least the first 5
catering
years. All that shit. I should not have to pay out of pocket for gas too. Yes. I'm not paying for the fucking gas neither. No. $185 million.
Did you just buy a shell?
You know how many homes you could get? Like, that is so much fucking money.
He has all the homes.
Wow.
And he just also got a residency in Vegas somewhere with some fancy hotel or whatever.
I mean, I know Drake is rich, but Jesus, that is a huge chunk of money. Like $185 million is a lot of fucking
assuming
dollars.
They're just saying that's around how much those jets cost.
Right. Doesn't
Mama
mean he paid it. He could have been gifted it for all we know. But damn. You know what? I'm not mad.
Because Carlo J could have said, look, just be our ambassador. Tell the girls you live.
Yeah.
Okay. and we'll chop off a strong 100 million.
Right. They probably gave him like a 75% discount or whatever for being associated with the airline or what the.
Because we're talking about a company I would have never heard of otherwise.
Air Cargo Canada, what the fuck?
Give that nigga his plane. I mean, who cares?
What do they do? Ship maple syrup and shit down here? Hockey gloves and shit? What do they even do? Give him his fucking dollars.
Boots. You know.
We need boots.
Those tall hats that Pharrell loves. And then they send MAGA hats back.
I don't know why that made me think of when Nick Cannon wore that beauty supply hair wrap to the VMA.
Oh, she wore those a lot.
When he was still wearing them $2 head wrap, them turbans that you get at the beauty supply, so they don't even look good. They just there. You like, nigga, what are you doing?
Did he ever upgrade the...
I don't know. I think maybe he stopped fucking white women and he stopped wearing them.
Cool.
I don't know for sure. Because he said fucking white women is his birthright. Because his daddy's generation couldn't do it.
This what an interview. That was
Woo, I think that was the last time I heard Nick Cannon speak. I really do think it was.
That was an odd day.
Don't you want some wine? It goes really good with that.
Does it?
With that cup. It does.
I don't even know where this wine came from.
It came from my backpack.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
No, I brought it because it's already open and it's not going to still be good on Sunday because it's cheap. So we need to drink it now.
That's a great point. I just get that $8 wine and finish it.
This is $12.99, so don't think I'm some fancy bitch. And I love it too. I will fuck that wine up.
Delicious. Like, I don't give a fuck what none of these hoes tell you.
I wasn't into wine until I was like
local grocery.
29, 30 years old.
Same.
It took a long
Especially
time.
a red one.
Right. It was like,
now I love it.
Bitch, old grapes? Are you kidding?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I would rather have bottom shelf vodka.
Pass the Crevassier.
Crevassier. Never been rich enough in my life for that shit.
Speaking of Drake introducing us to strippers, Blac Chyna has used this weekend to tell all. The freelance girlfriend and ex-rapper appeared on Wendy Williams' show. On the heels of hot new drama, where her soon-to-be ex-hairdresser claims that she came at her with a knife outside of her home and tried to attack her.
Oh my God.
Apparently, Blac Chyna is in the middle of litigation with that. There was some surveillance video of this incident that came out showing the hairdresser throwing allegedly soda cans or something at Blac Chyna's car. Blac Chyna then comes out in what looks to be a robe or something, throws her shoes at her because, of course. But there isn't really a knife that's shown in the camera. Not to say that the girl is lying or whatever, but we'll do with that what you want.
If a bitch is throwing cans at your property, how do you not immediately call security? Does Blac Chyna not have security?
Blac Chyna has hands, so I don't know. Maybe she just didn't feel like it.
Okay, I guess.
She also went on there and talks about whatever else. She talks about her whole history, everything that happened with Tyga. Not knowing that Tyga was... Literally, she talked about the stripping, what part of her body is real and what's not, her mama being mad at her and why.
Oh, mama, goddamn, what a piece of work.
And, being thrown out of Tyga's house when he started dating Kylie at 17, trying to uplift Rob and fucking him on the fifth night.
Yeah,
and
that useless ass endeavor right there.
Having a baby with him because he wanted it for his birthday and...
Really?
All with a sharp Chinese bang.
She gave him a baby because he wanted it for his birthday.
I guess.
This is not a switch. Like, you can't... you know what? I need to stop trying to figure out why rich people do the shit that they do. I need to just leave that alone and stop trying to make sense out of nonsense because that is
a
fucking
dream. A simple fantasy.
Wish was real.
Wow.
Yes, I gotta download that too.
That was...
It's all your fault.
Last night I dreamed that you were here with me and we were in each other's arms.
Oh my God.
It was Oh, so heavenly.
I almost cried because it was so beautiful. Wait, that's not that part. Are we talking about the last night? Yeah, that's it. I was like, so busting nuts hurt real bad.
What?
Because he was like, oh damn, I don't remember all the lyrics now. But anyway,
yeah, that's a great song.
It is a great song.
Usually my favorite Mary J. Blige song. It's still probably top 3.
I need to, I need to consult with Dustin about my top 5 Mary J. list because I feel like he would have opinions.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
That one, Dream, whatever it's called. and then
I just know I'm Going Down is in my top 2, and I don't think it's number 2. I don't think it is.
I just feel so partial to Family Affair. Like
okay.
It's just so moving. And
is it?
So grooving. I love it so very much.
No. No. I like Rainy Days with Ja Rule.
I wasn't going to go there. It came into my mind and I said, girl, sit down. Just sit down. Let's be serious. Love you so much.
No, it's a good song.
No, it's fantastic.
It's a great song.
Featuring Ja Rule and there's just so much Mary and I can't.
There's a lot of Mary.
I can't. Because I'm trying to remain in 3.
I also like Hood Love. I don't know if that was her official song though, or if she just cut the demo with that guy, Jonte, I think is his name. But if you can find Mary J. Blige on a version of Hood Love, bitch, that song was meant for her voice to sing. It is so good. Is that it for the hot topics? Like, that was quick.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Well, Monique might be adding a little extra Lorries to her food this week because it's been a harsh one for Steve Harvey and Lee Daniels. The dolls
wow.
Got some TV chops, apparently. So Steve Harvey's daytime talk show, they had their last taping confirmed. Apparently Kelly Clarkson is getting a daytime talk show and taking that slot. Kelly Clarkson seems like a lot of fun.
She's great.
I don't really watch daytime talk.
Yeah, I'm
anywhere.
not one for daytime talk, honestly. I would rather watch daytime cable news commentary than daytime talk. Just because other people's opinions usually frustrate me because I feel like they haven't thought them through enough or they're being ignorant about something.
I don't even know how y'all listen to this shit because I be getting frustrated when I can't, I'm yelling and they can't hear me.
Right.
God, Megan, we don't care about your goddamn daddy.
See, I'm not looking at that.
How many fucking times? Shit. She doesn't hear me. She doesn't hear.
I'm not gonna look at that.
She can't hear
me. Right. And she don't care on top of that.
And she don't care on top of it. So it's like, where do I do with this?
I'm not one for daytime talk, but Kelly Clarkson is festive.
She's a fun
quite
time.
Fun. And her daughter has a black baby doll. So I stand.
Also, Steve was the host of a show on NBC called Little Big Shots for apparently 3 years. And he's being replaced with Melissa McCarthy. NBC says Melissa's just an incredible performer and an incredible comedian.
She is. She's
God
great.
Damn it. She'll bring a completely fresh perspective to it.
Woo.
Melissa's a strong creative force with her own ideas. Changes will be apparent. God damn.
God damn.
Fuck.
Melissa McCarthy said, if y'all want me to take this job, I'm redoing everything about this shit.
So look, hate it.
Hate the set, hate them kids, hate the premise. I'm doing all of it over again. Thank you so much. I mean, Steve Harvey still has his bag. He's still hosting Family Feud, I'm sure. He's actually very good at hosting Family Feud. His reactions and his nigga shit and his suits are perfect for that show.
Yeah, he's pretty great for
but Steve Harvey never had any business with a talk show, especially telling women how to act or how to be wives or godly or any fucking thing else. That never needed to happen in the first place. So I can't say that I'm shedding any tears over this cancellation.
Steve Harvey's show to me in my mind was like Black Dr. Phil.
Except even more bullshit.
Yeah.
Because at least, Dr. Phil was not actually a doctor. Goddamn, I don't think he was.
Right.
I don't think he was. Okay, it might be worse because the white man called himself a doctor when he wasn't. And yeah, I think Dr. Phil is worse. I do, because he also puts a lot of shitty mess into the world, and his people don't have no morals or ethics.
But that's
about
what
who they
a
will
lot
book
of
and all
those
that.
daytime shows are.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a clip randomly today as I was on YouTube of Maury, where he had two niggas from the MTV challenges on there doing lie detector tests, like from some shit on the season or something. I'm like, Maury, why? Like,
what kind of MTV
what is
crossover
this?
event
Like,
is this?
you seem like a smart white man. You didn't invest. Like, you could just be done. You could retire. If you're like, why are you doing this? I know you don't care.
Right. To keep Connie Chung, in the salon. She like a manicure and a pedicure, okay, every week.
And let me tell you something. It's non-negotiable.
It's non-negotiable, Maury. I can be by myself, all right? Broke alone. Woo, honestly, me as a wife.
Meanwhile, over in Lee Daniels' Fox World, Empire, their next season, the 6th season, will reportedly be its last. And much to the ire of plenty niggas in my life, Star has also been canceled.
Woo, yes. Now, the niggas were very upset about Star being
There's
canceled.
a petition. They have put their foot down, their feet to the ground.
Unfortunately, Star is a very expensive show to produce.
I'd imagine.
You have a lot of high dollar talent on it, and the music aspect of it, is not cheap to do that. So I understand it, but I'm sorry, because of course they ended on multiple cliffhangers and all this, and people will just never know how.
That is the worst.
The
worst, yes.
I wish everybody would do their season as if they anticipated it being the last season. Right. Even though I understood why Pose did that, I'm like, Pose, girl, you should have known that you was coming back. Bitch, it's perfect. But Pose wrapped it up to where if that
There's
was
no
the
reason
end,
for it.
then that was the
It's
end.
not like a close. It's not like, oh my God, I could not see this coming back. Right. Like, it felt like the end to a story that they had written particularly for that.
Right.
But even if they didn't,
they
you're
could
right.
easily pick it back up and
it was
do something else. But
oh, that was a nice.
Right. It won't leave you like, damn, what happened to her? What happened to her?
And there are ways to have cliffhangers that aren't like, oh my God, bitch.
Right.
Like, no, you cannot.
Like Patti LaBelle got shot. Bitch, what? Don't leave me on that. Bitch, what? Yeah, my Instagram was furious about this. Nobody cares about this being Empire's last season. I think we all agree Empire should have probably ended a while ago, but niggas are real hurt about this Star thing.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I've had niggas in my personal life go out of their way to convince me that I need to be a starlet or whatever the stands are called. I don't. And I just, a lot of the music is great. And like I said to a couple of friends, it's probably where they spend a whole lot of their money.
Yeah,
if not
probably
the
most of it.
So, I mean, I can agree that, they do make some great music, but having I saw someone refer to it as the red bottom wedding.
All right.
Because apparently a whole bunch of the characters got capped at somebody's wedding. Somebody lost their baby. And it's just not the opportune time to say we're not coming back.
I hate you.
The girls have invested emotion into Queen Latifah.
They're pissed.
More emotion than, whoever does those wigs for Queen Latifah. And they love... They love the ladies of Star that go by the name of Star and Petrel and Jonice.
Okay, look at you.
And
because I was sure finna say Star and Co-Star. Sure was finna. I'm glad you knew. Niggas is hurt.
Maybe somebody else will pick it up.
I mean, that's happened.
Definitely not Hulu, because Fox.
Disney.
Right. I mean,
Disney
I feel like
Hulu.
the same people that were like, so that nigger tree can go? You finna go over to Hulu and look at them same hoes directly. So, hey, girl, thought you wouldn't see us, but you did.
I hope my Hulu membership includes, this Disney shit that's finna come out.
I mean, Disney's doing their whole separate
Okay, you know what?
website.
I hope that all of Hulu's programming is incorporated into Disney's streaming app or whatever, because that would make it even more worth the money for me.
No, they won't do that.
You don't think so? It'll just be two separate apps?
Yeah,
God damn it.
I think the idea for Disney Plus is to keep it sort of family oriented. So the stuff that Disney owns that's more adult, teen, whatever, risque, they're going to show over to Hulu.
Oh, that makes sense.
So they'll keep it separate or whatever, and Disney
Got
can
you.
be something that all of the kids
So you think
and family
Grownish
can
will
watch
be
together.
on the Disney app or on the Hulu app?
I could see Grownish being on Disney Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, that's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
They're Disney when they launches in November or whenever at the end of the year. I could see that being on Disney, but if I had to, I think it's already on Hulu. But if I had to guess, they would just leave it there.
Right. Hulu is good for like current seasons of shows. I think they have
absolutely.
more current seasons than anybody else.
You can usually watch the episode like the day
next
after.
day.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
great.
clutch as fuck. Okay.
So,
anyway,
I mean, God bless. I hope those of y'all who I know what it feels like to get a show that you love taken off air.
yes,
So.
me too. Good Christian bitches. I'm still mad.
Oh man, not
God,
GCB.
That was a good ass show.
I still have the first season on DVD. Let me go ahead and run GCB back.
The
Damn,
religious
that show
right
was good.
so pissed.
The Bible Belt was like, no, not at all. Get that goddamn bullshit out of here.
GCB was so good.
It was
so good.
Oh my God. I have to go back and watch GCB.
Oh,
what a great TV
Bring
show.
GCB back.
I can't believe they didn't even get one more season.
Right. They literally, but I knew it.
So funny.
As soon as I watched it, I said, oh no, them Dallas Christians, this is literally how they act. Somebody is mad because the truth is being exposed. And so
it was so good.
they are going to cut this off. And that's exactly what they did.
They need to make a GCB movie at least.
You know something? Because I really grew attached to them
shit was
hoes.
so
I
fucking
loved
funny.
that fucking show. It was so good.
What else? Rolling Loud. What's going on this weekend?
Everybody getting shot at.
Listen.
God damn.
Somebody just the other day asked me something about going to Rolling Loud, and I said, I have headphones.
Yep. I'll roll loud right here in this house, all over the floor. Ooh, it's so loud.
Bluetooth too, honey. So I don't need to be there. I've been to Miami, if you can believe it. Not missing a thing, girls. Guns everywhere, and not only that, but gun scares. Like, even when the girls weren't shooting, motherfuckers had to hopefully not get trampled, because all of a sudden one nigga starts running, and that's enough for all 5 million of the niggas to start running.
That's true.
So niggas got to interrupt sets and stuff because somebody done broke out because they decided they wanted to be funny until somebody actually is busting shot. It's just
that's not cute.
like, one would think the girls are still painting Nipsey Hussle murals, and you bitches couldn't even just act. I mean, fuck. Come on, for what? So, Young Thug was apparently, his name was attached to a drive-by that happened after he was supposed to perform at Live, or did perform at Live or something. He performed it on the festival stage, I think, the next day. Rapper NBA Youngboy was involved in the shooting. I think his girlfriend got shot. Someone was killed. I heard a kid got shot, but I'm not sure if that's true or not.
That other boy, Regine's little boyfriend.
YB
YB young bitch. Yes, YBFN Lucci, something like that.
Yes,
I don't know the letters.
I know a lot of them have like acronyms or whatever now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I saw a tweet earlier from Low Key that said that Yo Gotti had got shot at.
Are you kidding me?
And I was like, are you shocked, nigga? And he was like, nah, it's not just Gotti. It's every fucking body else. And I was like, oh, you right. I didn't even hear about most of them other stories, but that nigga YBF Lucci was in there as well. So,
Lord have mercy.
It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Lil Wayne apparently didn't even perform, and I imagine a strong percentage of Rolling Loud attendance would have liked to see Lil Wayne, but apparently
100%.
I mean, come on.
Come on. That's a match made in fucking heaven right there.
He tweeted to all my fans who came to see me at Rolling Loud, I'm sorry, I won't be performing. The festival police, not Rolling Loud, made it mandatory that I had to be policed and checked to get on the stadium grounds. I do not and will not ever settle for being policed to do my job. So mama said, I'm going home.
Wait!
She said, I'm not doing it.
Wait, so hold on.
Yep.
Festival police, but not Rolling Loud?
Yeah, like I guess not Rolling Loud staff or security or
so
whatever.
Miami PD?
So yeah, I guess the police that were sent on
Assigned
assignment.
to this.
Yes.
Okay, and you thought the police were not going to check your things before you came into this? Why would that be the case?
I don't know.
What am I missing? Am I crazy? Okay.
I would assume that was for everybody.
Because I just don't. Right. I would assume every artist, everybody who was bringing like equipment and stuff into this stage would be checked by the police. Like,
all things considered, right, look at how the weekend went.
Right. Exactly. So, like this is an important safety measure.
Fuck the police. But I get, right. Like, come on, honey.
Fuck 12. But like, girl, this is pretty standard here. So, unless you had a whole truck full of guns and cocaine, which you may have, then I don't really see what the issue would have been.
That's your business.
But that I refuse to be policed, and so I'm not going. Create your boundaries, okay? And stand up in them.
Hey.
Wherever you draw the line is where you draw the line.
At least he apologized to his fans, I guess. But
there you go.
I am kind of shocked that it seems like he didn't expect that.
Of all the things, the police wanted to look in my coat, and I said no.
Like, where did you think you were going? Purgatory?
Sure. Right. Like, did you know this is like a real event? We have like a real amenities, real shit's going on.
Niggas, I don't.
And you see the violence that was in Miami over these past
niggas were shooting at niggas, not even at the festival. Like,
right. Ooh, speaking of, I saw Megan Thee Stallion with your queen, your mama.
I like that Megan Thee Stallion. She's having a great fucking time.
She is.
Not only is she talented and gorgeous, but she is genuinely having fun. She was up on stage during her set, twerking upside down in a handstand. And then she threw her party where not only did Trina come out, so it means you're solidified as far as Miami goes.
That bitch.
But, she had other rap girls there, like Malibu Mitch was there, Asian Doll. I love that the upcoming girls are embracing each other and stuff like that. So that's dope.
And I love that Trina is always the one who's like never hating on nobody.
For what? I'm
right,
Trina.
For what? If you hoes is going to be here for a while, you are. If you hoes is going to have 2 hits and then fade out, that's what you're going to be.
And none of my business.
I'm still going to be Trina, that bitch, queen of Miami. So when you come here, you already know what's up.
Hello.
And she's welcoming and like sweet to everybody. Trina don't never start no shit.
That's why when you see her say light the blunt, she didn't start that shit. Trina don't be like,
that's right.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I understand.
Is that... Oh. Have you heard about this do you wash your legs debate?
God damn it. So I saw that on Twitter a few days ago, and I had to let the people know that I lived with 3 white girls freshman year of college.
That's what that tweet was about.
Yeah, I lived with 3 white girls freshman year. I had a roommate, and then we shared a bathroom with girls on the other side. It was 2 girls in that room.
Bathroom.
Right. So it's a suite. It's the 4 of us sharing one bathroom. If all 4 of us were black, pretty sure we wouldn't have had no problem. Wait. We would have had problems, but not cleanliness problems. And not personal hygiene problems.
My God.
After about the second, it was like within the first few days of us all moving in, met the white girls, was real cordial and cute and all that. And realized very quickly that not only was I the only person with a washcloth, I was the only person with any apparatus whatsoever with which to clean your body. Wow. These bitches literally hold the soap or squeeze body wash into their hands, soap up their titties and their stomach.
That's not even...
Let it all rinse off, and then they're done. And then you wonder why they smell like wet dog when it rains, because all them layers of dirt, years and years of filth have acclimated on their skin, and when water touches it, all that shit reactivates again.
There has to be a science.
That's why white people... No, literally, that is why white people smell like
when
that.
I saw the reactions, or the responses rather, to these motherfuckers saying that they don't wash their legs when they shower.
The soap just runs down and cleans them for you. No, the soap runs down and creates little tracks of mild cleanliness in the middle of all the filth that is on your thigh and your calves. I don't understand. It doesn't even take long to take a rag over your fucking legs. It just don't. It does not.
Or the Dove or whatever.
Or even the bar of soap, which... But it does not take a long time to do this. I don't understand.
Where do you have to go?
White people took our bathing lessons and skimmed off everything but the very top, and we're like, this is enough. And this is not like, Lord. We totally understand people who have disabilities and cannot wash, people who have mental health issues and are not. But that shouldn't even need to be said. Will always be like, I have such and such disorder and I can't bend over to wash my legs. Okay, girl, we're not. We're talking about able-bodied, mentally healthy white women who simply do, white people who simply do not.
Because Yes.
Yes. That's it, and that's all.
It was actually mostly men that I saw responding saying, but the soap just runs down, but my legs have been in my pants all day.
Yeah, they've been in your pants accumulating filth all day. I don't understand.
Like, you walk, your
Right.
creases sweat.
You're on the fucking train. If you
Are
get
you
on the train,
like, what the? Are you serious right now?
as soon as you step outside New York City, you need a bath. I don't know if you know this, but you do immediately.
You know, Ka was being interviewed by Ellen, and Ellen asked her, do you wash
Who
your
did
legs?
you just say?
Ka. And Ellen asked her if she washes her legs. And she was like, yeah, you know, whenever I shave my legs, because the shaving cream is like soap, isn't it?
50 people just tagged me in this on Instagram on the way here. I saw it in the car.
You are an adult.
And an adult, a
I'm
very
done.
tall, thin adult on top of that. Like Taylor Swift don't even have a lot of leg to wash. What's the problem?
I
don't
it's
understand.
Like 40% of your body, girl. You just don't wash it.
Shaving cream is
Just
not
give it a
soap.
It's not.
Shaving is not cleaning your skin. It is exfoliating your skin by removing the hair. You're probably not even really getting to the skin mostly, but girl, you know, it takes maybe a grand total of 15 to 30 seconds to scrub your legs. It just does not take that long.
And that's if you're in a hurry.
Right. And you don't have to sit there and be like, I am going to rub every part of my skin, 30 seconds each before I move to the next section. You could just scrub, inner, outer, knees. Don't forget your fucking feet, bottom of your feet, white people. How you get out the shower and your feet still black?
I would be lucky if I didn't get my ass whooped.
Girl, okay.
For trying to wash my behind like that growing up.
Child.
What are you doing?
My mama used to inspect, when I started taking baths on my
Absolutely.
own, she would inspect me when I got out, and I would have to go back in if I fucked something up.
Absolutely.
What I tell you about them areas? Got enough enough dirt to grow potatoes.
Yep.
Carry your ass right back in there. Get that
mine
rag.
said yams.
Yams, of
Mine
course.
said yams.
My mom was big on, girl, could plant a whole row of potatoes in your ear and just get in there and clean that shit.
My grandma used to say corn. I don't know why though. 'Cause
Look, whatever fucking worked, okay?
Yeah.
To get the point
was
across
made.
to these
Yeah,
kids.
I got it.
Produce could go in your ear. With the amount of filth you have in here, please wrap it up.
Yes.
So
My youngest brother too.
it just doesn't surprise me.
My youngest brother, such boys. Like just hated to bathe, period. When we were like really
Right,
tiny.
yeah, same.
And so would go in there and run the water and then like not bathe and then come out with the towel.
Oh my God.
And my mother would
Dirty and
would
dry.
grab him and feel like the back of his neck and something and be like,
You're filthy.
okay, so now I have to pop your ass. And you're going back in
Right,
there.
get back in. And don't just think you can stand on the shower for 10 seconds and then chill for the rest of the time and then come out. Bitch, that's not how this works.
You wasted my water and my time. I gotta whip your ass.
One of my brothers thought that as long as he didn't leave the house, he didn't have to bathe, and that rule extended for a week. And so, wow. This nigga would literally take 1 or 2 showers. We were teenagers, but it was still like, sir, I need you to not, because this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, boys are just
Boys are gross.
like that. But I mean, now he's a grown man. Both of them are, and I'm certain they shower every day. And I just feel like white people don't get to that next level. They just be like, torso's good. I feel like they just think,
I just don't understand.
hit up the pits and the genitals. Maybe shit, they might don't even wash that.
Like the lack of the washcloth, loofah,
Anything.
whatever.
Something.
Like just using the hard soap to skin method was one thing, right? And sure, like that's okay. All right.
Right.
But just being like, nah, here's a whole ass extended portion of my body, but I don't wash that part.
Right.
Gravity does.
She's extra. They'd be like, just soap up the top half and let the bottom half clean itself.
What in the blazes?
I don't even understand, but I 100% was not surprised that Longback is one of these people. Not at all. Some shit she would do.
And Ellen was like,
disgusted.
and she tried to play like, oh yeah, because I shave my legs like every day. Doesn't everybody? Oh, okay.
Girl, you shave your legs every day. Every day. You do? And you never occurs you to just wash them?
But I know that if Taylor Swift does not wash her legs, then I know she is one of
Many.
of an astounding number of Caucasians that are walking around here with kinky boots.
Oh, God. Please. Please.
That's it for Hot Tops, the bad seed. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and read your filth. If you're selling anything online and you want to get your orders out of the door quickly, it can be difficult. But if you haven't heard, we're all about ShipStation. ShipStation.com is the fast and easy way to manage and ship your orders. You know, we have merch on our website and Instagram that we are kicking to y'all all of the time. Thank you for being understanding about it. And our team, meaning Alexandra Rago, uses ShipStation to get those orders out to you. It helps to get orders out quickly and keep customers happy when you're using your own website, Amazon, Shopify, Squarespace, Etsy, BigCommerce, or over 90 other popular selling channels. ShipStation brings all your orders into one simple interface, and you can use ShipStation to create labels for all the top carriers, including UPS, FedEx, USPS. You can even leverage Amazon fulfillment, which I'm a fan of.
Same.
With ShipStation, you'll ship more in less time with the best rates available, and this is why ShipStation is the number one choice of online sellers.
That's right. Right now, y'all can try ShipStation free for 30 days and get an extra month free if you use our promo code READ. So don't wait. Go to ShipStation.com. Before you do anything else, click on the mic at the top of the page and type in READ. That's ShipStation.com, code READ. With ShipStation, you can make ship happen. So go ahead and do that. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, we're back. It's time for the read letters, listener letters, whatever.
Right. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter comes from, I need a guy's name, a gay guy.
I was going to go.
Okay, Brandon.
No, I mean, well,
half of
no
Brandon's
shade.
are gay.
That is a gay name.
It is.
But that's actually like the perfect one. I didn't want to go completely left and be ridiculous and stereotypical.
Right.
So yes, Brandon is
fine. This comes from Brandon, who says, I'm 26 years old, living in Baltimore, and I've had the same problem since I moved here when it comes to dating. I can't say that all the men that have crossed my path since moving here ain't shit head asses, but they are definitely ain't shit adjacent. The current guy I'm talking to is great to me, treats me well, sex is bomb, he's attractive and ambitious. However, he has a kid by a woman.
Oh.
The fact that you had to clarify by a woman, it's just like, I love 2019.
Never heard of that happening.
Love it. Which isn't the issue. It's just that I found out as he slipped into casual conversation. He also has no vehicle, so when I want to see him, I'm usually playing DoorDash Dick Edition.
Okay.
These are things I can, for the most part, get over, except one major issue. He's not as socially conscious or quote-unquote woke as I need him to be. When it comes to trans people, he continues to, and so he mentioned here in the parentheses that he has a friend who is a trans woman. And so
the writer does.
The writer has a friend.
Okay.
Brandon has a friend who's a trans woman. And
okay.
Every time the trans woman comes up in conversation, this boo nigga uses masculine pronouns, even though Brandon says I have constantly corrected him and explained that it doesn't matter the genitalia. It's all about how that person identifies. This guy also does not understand sex positivity, which was made apparent as we watched She's Gotta Have It. And I tried to explain that Nola Darling was a sex positive, polyamorous, pansexual, and he just said she was out here being a hoe.
Oh my God.
I consider myself moderately leftist. However, I know if I were to bring him into a social situation around my friends, they would drag the fuck out of him, and I may have to join them. So my question to you is, am I trash for wanting to keep this nigga knowing damn well it's purely about the dick?
Yeah.
And should I try...
I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
And should I continue to try to educate him or just accept that he's ignorant? Thanks, Brandon.
I mean, if you want to be Professor Ogilvy, go for it.
Oh, no.
I personally am not teaching night school to nobody.
I hate you.
After we have a conversation about something, I'm not going to keep going back and back being the frizz. Bitch, you either get with or you get lost, girl.
Right.
And there's just some things that I'm not going to be okay with.
Yep,
you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to agree about everything, and there's some stuff that I know that even with a nigga that's quality that I could even spend the rest of my life with. I know, like, when we out in public and stuff, I'll turn to Crystal and be like, bitch, don't even bring that up. Because this nigga will be sleeping outside tonight.
This nigga's a dumbass.
You know what I'm saying?
We do not want to have this conversation.
But in terms of just respecting people for
Right.
who they are, especially within the community, and this is why so many trans people believe that the T don't even need to be a part of it. Because A, gender identity and sexual orientation are two different things.
Same.
And B, look at you niggas. So, like, I mean, fuck. But if you have explained to him, and on top of that, you have somebody, you have a close friend that he knows is trans, and this is somebody that you're talking about personally, not just this make-believe person on Netflix, like your actual homegirl.
Yeah.
And he's going out of his way to remain ignorant about it. You know all that you need to know. And you're literally telling us that you just love the dick. So go get fucked and then stop talking to that nigga. Or don't talk to him at all.
Right. Are you trash for wanting to keep him around? I mean, yes, because I can forgive a lot of shit, but transphobia is not one of those things.
Not for me.
And a nigga's just going to have to shut up if he wants to continue fucking me and being ignorant. So the fact that you are even still talking to this man about the fact that he misgenders your friend, which is like, I'm not even asking for you to be like team ally, but the least you could do is use the correct pronouns. And this nigga won't even. He honestly acts like a straight nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is
and
he
I wouldn't
trade?
be surprised if he's not right. I would
he
not
honestly
be shocked
sounds
if he's not
like
out.
he's a little tradey.
He does sound
and
like
that's
trade.
why you're a little head over feet. So I don't know if that's what. That was a callback. I don't know if that's what the issue here is or whatever, but like,
yeah,
my nigga, come on now.
Sir, this is not worth it. Like,
and to be honest, like with like the trans community, the gay community, and things like that, for even people in the community, there's a lot of learning for us to do. But there has to be the willingness to learn. I think that there's a difference between you dating somebody, being in a relationship with somebody, having a friend or family member that is ignorant about something, and you call them out on it, and they show the willingness to learn and do better, versus being completely and willfully ignorant about it and not giving a fuck. Especially when you're talking about somebody that you care about.
Right.
Tell that nigga to beat feet.
Right. You can find good dick somewhere else. I feel like a lot of y'all get caught up. A lot of y'all get caught up on good dick, but good dick is plentiful.
I mean, I don't know what's going on in Baltimore, but I would imagine that the niggas are out there. They're everywhere.
Right. All right. Good luck to you. Our next question comes from Kira, who says, I'm going to just get right into it. My friend found out she has lice today at 1 p.m. I also screamed. I actually had to stop before the way I was laughing at that line.
Woo! It is the fact that she just went straight for it and gave us a timestamp. The time was 1 p.m. when she discovered that she had lice. Let's talk about that.
She and other members of her family have had it before, so they seem to have a ritual for taking care of it. But she informed me that she was still planning on hanging out with me and our group of friends later tonight around 6 p.m.
This is why the time is important.
She needed us to know. Because she shampooed her hair with that special shampoo and took care of all the lice.
No, girl.
I don't know a lot about lice, but I know they don't just live in hair, but your sheets and clothes, and that you often need to do more than one treatment to kill all of the lice and the eggs, often over a week-long period. This is also how I remember lice working. But okay. This made me extremely uncomfortable because I've never had lice before, but I do have a lot of hair, so that shit terrifies me. She made me promise not to tell our other friends. So I figured she didn't have plans to tell them either. I let her know that I would not be hanging out with her because the situation made me uncomfortable. But I didn't say anything about how I felt that she was handling it. She accused me of guilting her into not going out with the rest of us, which, I mean, yeah. And she said she just wouldn't go. But now she has spent most of the evening being mad at me and accusing me of making her a pariah, her exact word, and hurting her feelings and trying to pick a fight with me over this.
Girl.
I have no ill feelings towards her, and I feel bad because I can imagine this is really embarrassing, but I will not be made to feel bad for protecting myself from possibly getting lice when she clearly wasn't taking it seriously enough and would have possibly given it to our other friends without telling them. This is not the first time she's picked a fight with someone in the friend group. She does this a lot. It's just the first time she's picked one with me, and I know I'm right in this situation. At this point, I've told her that I've said everything I want to say, and I wish her luck, but she keeps trying to make me feel bad for her and accuse me of hurting her feelings. Is there anything else I should do? Am I wrong for this? I do not fuck with lice. Thanks, Kira. Kira had to make it plain, okay? I do not do this.
Actually remember being in elementary school when they would do the lice check or whatever, and one of the counselors or whichever school official was doing it, verbally saying to me, because I was black, I probably wouldn't have
it. Yeah. I remember asking, and they were like, because we put grease in our hair. That's why. And the lice cannot attach to us. They slide right on off. But they love white people hair because they constantly stripping it of all its oils. And so they just live.
I remember being like 7 and being like, yeah.
Amen. Finally a benefit.
Sounds terrifying.
Right.
What a win. Okay,
I remember the nurse would like pat my head, look at it for half a second and be like, all right.
All right, cool, girl.
Go on, girl.
Nice,
I'm surprised they even made the black kids do that shit. Because black people...
Probably to keep up appearances. I don't know what it was. Because mama fully out of her mouth told me, you're good.
Right. And especially if her and her family have had it before, I feel like this friend is white.
Right. So it sounds to me, and thank you for bringing that up, mama is treating this like it's a pimple or something because it's in her lineage and they have rituals. They have rituals to deal with it when it occurs and things like that. So it's no big deal to her. However, you have full right to not want to be around her and to express that because of it until she gets it under control. And so does everybody else that she hangs around with. So Liza Minnelli needs to get out of her goddamn feelings and, stand up in the fact of the matter, which is that she does need to stay home, rinse, scrub, lather, and figure out what needs to be figured out until she's lice free. The woman, you are lice loosed.
You said Liza Minnelli.
Yep.
And I will literally never be the same person again. What the fuck is wrong with you?
She needs to stay at the house.
I don't know if they came out with a new shampoo that kills lice in 4.5 hours. Maybe they did, but it just feels like, overnight at least. Right.
What is so lit about this evening?
Right.
Like, are you going to the Millennium Tour?
I would just have to reiterate, girl, I'm not trying to make you feel ostracized from the group, but this is like...
The girls don't want lice.
It's like when you have a cold or the flu and then you share the blunt knowing you sick. Don't do that to the rest of the homies.
Right.
Don't do that. Just chill on the blunt. Roll your own or chill in another room or what the fuck ever. You don't have to be that bitch.
You acting like motherfuckers is asking, trying to set you on fire or quarantine your ass. Girl.
They not burning your ass up because you got lice. That's not the situation. So I understand that she's pressuring you about it, but I would just say, look, sis, this is literally just, I've never had vermin on my scalp before. I don't want to start now.
Not interested.
Right. I literally do not want to start now. So best of luck to you during your recovery. I don't even know what they call it, but I'm going to need you to keep some space between me and the rest of the girls until you're no longer,
Mama must be 20.
Until you don't have shit jumping off your scalp and onto mine.
I don't even understand why you are so determined to go out tonight.
Right.
And you have lice and you're treating it like it's no big deal because your great grandmama passed down some cream or whatever. And it's no big deal, but you also don't want to, want it to be a secret.
Yeah.
You don't want nobody to know that you have it.
We don't do that.
Girl.
Niggas don't do bugs in the house, in our hair, in our bed, nowhere else. We do not do that. We do not do that.
I don't want you in my home, much less my scalp. I'm not
For real. I don't want to see nobody in my house that breathe and don't pay rent, much less a fucking bug. Girl, and then living on my scalp, I would have to shave. I would shave my head, and I'm dead ass about
parasites?
That. Yeah, because they fucking lay eggs in your shit, dog.
I just itched. Okay, what's the next? I want to move on. There you go. You're not wrong for nothing.
Point blank period, you're not wrong.
So
and she's just going to have to get the fuck over it. And if she's still throwing a fit, then you already know this bitch is not the friend to be a real friend. Because a real friend would not want the rest of y'all to suffer with the shit she's suffering with. A real friend would be like, girl, I'm out of pocket tonight. I hit y'all up in a couple of days. Or whatever, but just not this.
The devil is a license.
Right. Good luck to you. Our next question comes from Pregnant Patty. She said, I'm 32 and 17 weeks pregnant for the first time with twins.
Oof.
In addition to that, I have 3 chronic health issues that have instantly catapulted my pregnancy status into high risk. I'm scared about literally everything, and I pray every day that my kids remain healthy to term. I'm a private person, so of course I haven't made any social media announcements, and I never was going to. But now I'm feeling pressured to say something because so many people in my family and close friend circle have, quote unquote, accidentally told people already. My mother even made an announcement at church before I could get out of my first trimester. This angers me so bad. Not only do I wish to maintain my privacy, but if God forbid something happens throughout my pregnancy, I would want to have to share that with as few people as possible.
Right.
I can't travel past 24 weeks, and I wasn't going to have a baby shower at all, but my friends feel like I should, so they're preparing to throw a shower in my hometown next month. My family members are slaves to social media, so I know this event will be all over Facebook and the like. After finding out about the church announcement, I don't even want to shower anymore, and I want to cancel the whole thing. My cousin says she doesn't see what the big deal is and why I feel the need to hide. I'm not trying to hide. I just want my fucking privacy. My mom is calling me petty, and I feel pressured to make a social media announcement because everyone is making the announcements for me. This irritates me so bad. It's all I can think about. Am I wrong? Should I just cancel the shower? I really don't even want to participate because I know my business is going to be a social media spectacle. Please let me know if I'm tripping. Thanks. Pregnant and petty. I think I called her Patty.
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Pet.
All right.
I almost want to ask who the father might be, only out of curiosity of why nobody else is stepping in. Like, somebody needs to you don't need to be the one, because they're already stressing you out and you high risk. And I just cannot, again, as someone who has external reproductive organs, I just can't fathom growing niggas, multiple in this case,
2 niggas
in your body, and having on top, like, we could end there, but on top of that, you're being told that you need to, move a certain way or not move a certain way so that this can be healthy or what. And everybody else is telling you how you should act, how you should feel about it, how you should behave, and what the like. I just don't understand that. And I know that, like, a lot of times when people get pregnant, their parents, and I typically don't say people, I mean, like, I'm only saying it because, I was like, sometimes a couple would be like, we're pregnant. No, honey, she's pregnant.
Right. Like, that person is pregnant. You are not. And I understand you're supportive or
everyone's
whatever.
excited. Great.
Woo. But only one of us is doing the work of growing this nigga and birthing this nigga.
Just one.
Right.
But, like, the grandparents get extra thrilled a lot of times and want to kick into overdrive and do all of these things because it's a huge moment for them, too. I don't know how many of them, again, are well aware of what you're going through health-wise and stuff like that, but it doesn't even really matter. Like, at the end of the day, if you just want your fucking privacy and you want to be pregnant and have swollen feet and eat whatever you're craving, just by yourself in your own personal time and die,
right, you deserve.
Then that should be enough. And the people who love you or who are closest to you should understand that the most. If you don't want to do no shit, no shower, no whatever, girl, don't. Right. And nobody should be forcing you or trying to pressure you into doing anything that you don't fucking want to do. Because, girl, you the one who got to get these niggas out.
Yeah. So, I think you are more than entitled to create whatever boundaries you want to around your pregnancy. You are allowed to tell people, keep this to your fucking self. I don't know if you said that to your mom and she just ignored you and told the church anyway. That would also piss me off. That would piss me off real bad.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you this. I have several cousins who don't play that social media bullshit. If they put in the group chat or they tell us, at a family gathering or whatever that they're pregnant, it is very much, and I need you to not tell nobody. And if I put these pictures in the family group chat, you are not allowed to post them. And you are not allowed to talk about my business. Like, I have cousins, very much non-famous people who are like, bitch, don't put my shit on Facebook. And that's fine. Like, you are allowed. And especially now, girl, you about to be a mama. So you might as well get into the habit of creating boundaries right the fuck now. And telling people how they can or cannot treat you and your kids. You don't fuck with it. You don't roll like that. You don't want the internet in your business. And so that's what it is. Period. And if niggas don't like it, then they don't have to be a part of your experience.
I like the entire act of gestating and birthing a child to me is just always going to be monumental, and I have so much appreciation for it. And regardless of where you are in your life or with your health, you deserve to be like at peace with that and calm and not agitated in any fucking way. Right. So people need to respect that.
You're high risk. And you're only 17 weeks. If you were 37 weeks, fine. Because that would probably be term for twins. But even then, it's not that it's okay to tell people. Like, people still have to respect whatever boundaries you laid out. Mm-hmm. And I do that. You know, my cousin probably don't give a shit if we talk about his kids or post his kids. But his wife is very serious about her kids' pictures not being on the internet like that. And I respect that.
Right.
Like, she's the mama. Right. Those are her fucking kids. So who am I to be like, no, bitch, I don't care. That's my little baby cousin. Look at my cousin. Like, bitch, who do you think you are? They are. And they want to flex. But I can't wait for Instagram to hide y'all's likes so y'all stop doing shit for likes. I cannot wait. Bitch, roll it out. Oh my God, I can't wait for that
shit. That's honestly going to be a social implosion
but girl,
for
listen,
so many people.
Something that I have had to learn lately is that other people, sometimes they just gonna have to be disappointed. Sometimes they just gonna have to not like it. Sometimes you're gonna have to be the quote unquote bad guy. It's just gonna have to be that way. You know why? Because you're a grown woman and you get to decide how your pregnancy and your children are treated. Period. That's why when I get pregnant, I'm probably not going to tell Connie till I'm good for 4.5, 5 months. I'm probably not. Because she absolutely will go to the church and tell everybody. Like, I already know if I tell her not to tell nobody, she's going to put it in her sorority group chat that same night. I already know that. So I'm already thinking about like how I'm going to plot this out. But people should respect what you say you want and how you want to be treated. Don't upload my kids. Don't talk about my pregnancy. Don't post pictures from my baby shower. I don't like all that social media bullshit. I like real life bullshit. Leave me alone.
It's literally like the least they could do.
And if you're not willing to, like, it won't be no hashtag for my fucking baby shower. And if you're not willing to live like this, then I just won't have one. I won't come. You niggas can have the shower, and you niggas can post your pictures.
Oh my gosh!
Since y'all love it so fucking much,
just have the the shit without me.
People who truly love you, value you, appreciate, care for you will understand that you have your reasons for whatever it is you want to do, and they will fall in line or they won't, and you can decide what to do from there. But I really think most people who are really here for you and your kids are just going to do whatever it is you want to do. They are. Because, girl, they're your fucking kids.
I mean, there you go.
Now, your mama, that might be a forever battle. But, you know,
I mean,
even your mama has to respect you. Even your mama.
You might deliver your feelings to her in a different way than you would the rest of your family and friends because she's your mama. Right. But it doesn't invalidate what you're going through, and it doesn't mean that she don't need to tighten up too. Exactly. So
best of luck to you with your pregnancy, gestating these two whole ass people, and also with dealing with the niggas in your life who, I get it, you know, they're excited, they're happy for you, they're excited about this, and that's great, but they have to be excited within the boundaries that you set up. All right. Our last question is actually related to Crystal's Couch. It comes from Maya. Maya says, due to a chronic illness, I've been in therapy for several years, and I've been seeing my current therapist for about a year. Making the decision to break up with my former longtime therapist, who I hit a plateau with, was a tough but great decision. My current therapist serves as a kind and understanding ear for me to unload my emotions and my issues while simultaneously calling me out on my bullshit when I need to be and pushing me to reach my goals and be my best self overall. A few weeks ago, I was in there crying about some mess going on in my life. Woo, relatable. Right. And she said, this seems to be a recurring theme. It's time we get to the root of these issues instead of scratching the surface week after week.
You're always crying about this shit every goddamn week.
She said, I'm ready for inner child therapy, which is an intense yet effective and rewarding method that has worked for a lot of patients. Crystal, I thought of you when she brought this up because I remember you mentioning your therapist making you aware of how you would speak to and treat your 6-year-old self. Is that a version of inner child therapy you've been through? If so, what was your experience? How did you go about that journey? How do you guys take care of yourselves after going through a mentally and emotionally taxing process in therapy? My first homework assignment is to write a letter to my young self at the age I can last remember being whole. Damn. God damn. Oh my God. If my therapist said that to me, I would probably bust out crying. The last age you can remember yourself being whole? Bitch, what was that? I'm like, fuck, 5? Bitch, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a lot harder than I anticipated. Thank you guys in advance if you're willing to open up and share your experiences. It means a lot to have someone to relate to on this journey, especially on days when I feel like I'm the only one who is fucked up and going through it. Much love to the both of you, Maya.
Okay.
So, Maya, I will just say off top, you're definitely not the only one who is fucked up and going through
Not
it.
nearly.
Probably most of us,
Like,
girl.
not even almost.
But the thing I really like about this generation, I would say millennials and everybody after us, is that I think we have a much better understanding of mental health and how important it is than Gen X and the generations before us. I think we do.
At least taking it seriously and considering it. Yeah.
I am not in specifically inner child therapy, but it has helped very much to visualize myself throughout my childhood and think about how that little girl deserved to be treated and the way she deserves to be talked to and the encouragement that she really needs. And so for me, it has been more like going back to different times in my childhood where I experienced something fucked up or something traumatic. And first of all, crying, because it hurts. It hurts to go back to places that hurt you. And then reassuring that little girl who I still am. You know, I'm still that child. I just grew the fuck up. I'm just in a grown woman's body.
Yeah.
But in a lot of ways, I'm still that fucked up child and teenager who had fucked up shit happen to her. So it's been like, you know, going back to that 5-year-old, going back to that 9-year-old, 16, etc., and being like, hey, girl, I know this was real bullshit and you did not deserve it, but I'm here for you. What I need you to understand is that mama, daddy, aunties, uncles, teachers, friends, cousins might have failed you, but I won't. I am the one bitch in this world who will always have your back no matter what. I will always ride for you. I will always be your champion, and I will always put us first. And any mistakes I may have made in the past where I valued somebody else over us, I'm done doing that. You know, I really feel like that's the only way you can heal that hurt ass person inside of you. So I'm not specifically in inner child therapy, but it has been huge for me. And this has been like maybe over the past 2 or 3 weeks where I have really focused on reconciling the hurt that I have been through, acknowledging that it was as bad as I thought it was, because niggas definitely tried to tell me that, you know, what I was feeling wasn't really real.
Yeah.
So acknowledging that shit really did hurt the way I thought it hurt, and letting that little girl know that she's got somebody. You know, for me, it has been so helpful to just focus on it that way and do it that way. But, you know, this is difficult. So if you want to talk about, you know, how you've gone through that journey or how you take care of yourself mentally and emotionally after you have had like a very difficult therapy session, like on Tuesday, I went and saw my therapist. I had a great session, you know, cried a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. Went home and was so emotionally exhausted, I slept for 2.5 hours. I just knocked the fuck out right there in the living room. Sometimes therapy just wears me out like that. And sometimes it makes me feel energized and like ready to attack new things. But yeah, that's how I do it.
I don't really know. I think that I actually was supposed to go to therapy today, but I was up all night working, so that did not happen, and I could have actually used a session. But funny enough, I'm in the middle of writing fiction that has a lot to do with this very, well, not specifically this, but in the process of that, I've sort of had to revisit a lot of the experiences and sort of emotional wounds that I suffered as a kid that sort of shaped not who I am today, but sort of shaped how I deal with certain things today. Yeah. Because I'm definitely a lot different than I was when I was like in the throes of it as a kid. But I'm also still in the process of breaking a lot of habits that were born because of those experiences. And a lot of times I didn't even really, without therapy, I didn't really make the correlation between those things. Same. So that's really what it is for me. And besides actually talking to a psychiatrist, creative side of me in the process of doing what I'm doing at the moment has sort of forced me to have a lot of internal conversations. So I haven't even like written a letter to myself in a way, but I have had to sort of write things, which in turn led me to getting all of these thoughts and all of this madness onto paper, and sort of reliving things that I had either suppressed or forgotten.
Woo, who you telling? Shit, goddamn, dog.
So it's a lot. But like you just said, like we're just in grown-up bodies now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that fucked with us or just stuff that stuck around with us wasn't that long ago.
Right.
Like,
really
it wasn't
in
really
the grand
that long
scheme
when
of
you
things.
think about it. Because life is dumb short. So
and the shit that happens to you in childhood affects you much more because children don't really have a solid understanding of the world the way adults do.
You don't get perspective until you're older.
Right. And trauma can happen at any point in your life. That's why I think it's so important to not go back. Like, I don't go back and tell my young self, you know, I'm going to like come back in time and save you from this.
Right.
What happened to you is what happened to you. What I am going to do is guide you through it in the way you deserved. That's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm going to go back and let you feel your feelings. You can cry it out. You can talk to me about how much that fucked you up. We can get mad or whatever else you want to do. But it doesn't change anything. There's no way you can live your life to avoid trauma. And that is one of the biggest things therapy has given me, which is not like how to avoid being hurt, but how to get through being hurt, because being hurt is a part of life.
Yeah. It just is.
Like I would tell my therapist, the things that scare me most in this world is my mom or my nephew dying. I just feel like I will literally fall apart at the seams. I'm about to choke up. Jesus God. Okay. Woo. Anyway, told her that like those are the things that fuck with me the most. And she has really helped me to understand that like bad things will happen. We will lose loved ones. Yeah. And we will be gutted by that. Yeah. It is okay to be devastated and take your time to come back, but you do also have to have the tools to come back.
I think that that's probably something that I'm the most grateful for taking away from the therapy experience is the fact that like I also used to like not live because I was so like paranoid about terrible things happening to me, like that kind of stuff. And so now it's not like dismissing that stuff or the hurt that comes with it, but it's more so like acknowledging that it's inevitable. Yes. And working on the ways to prepare for that stuff, or so that even when you do go through rough shit like that where you are gutted, it's like, okay, I knew that this was coming, and so I can acknowledge that it is supposed to be really, really painful. Like, you know what I mean? So at least I'm grateful for that. So I know that like, not even just like sad things, like just, I was just this past week going absolutely insane over like work stuff and other shit that I knew would drive me crazy. And so I, claw at the walls and I'm like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. So, like, when you have that perspective again, I think at least you can kind of guide yourself through it a little bit more because you know that it's going to suck and you know that it's okay to weep and it's okay to eat your ice cream and do whatever else because we're human and we're not
take care of yourself.
Meant to be, impenetrable or whatever.
Right. We're not Teflon. That's not how human emotions or the human experience works. Right. For me, I have like deliberately kept myself from joy for a long time because I hate being disappointed more than anything else in this world. And I was disappointed so fundamentally and so often in my youth that I just don't let myself get excited about anything or feel joy about anything. And so when people tell me about this show or like all different, so much stuff has happened for us over the past 6-7 years. It's the same way I react to it. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, okay, girl, because the devil could come take it at any moment. I just shrug it off. But you know what? Let the devil come and show his ugly ass. I'm going to take joy in what we've done. I'm going to take joy in my life. I'm going to enjoy it anyway. You know why? Because if not, all you're ever doing is preparing for the worst. Yeah. And constantly keeping yourself down so that you can't get knocked further down. Yeah. But what therapy helped me realize is that like you're still going to get knocked further down, girl. So you might as well be happy in the times where life is not beating your ass, You might as well embrace the joy. That's hard for me, but I'm working on it. Again, that's like very difficult work that I've had to do with my very patient, licensed professional mental health therapist. Again, we are not professionals in mental health. Some of y'all email us with situations that are way past our pay grade. Like, girl, you need to talk to somebody who went to school. I'm so sorry. The read cannot help you with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of us do not even know that what we went through was trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people will put in this inbox, hey, Kefir and Crystal, I have a really hard time connecting emotionally to people. I've dumped all my past girlfriends. Don't know why I'm like this. Only thing that happened in my life is that, you know, when I was 3 years old, my parents took me to Ohio to visit my cousins and then left me there for 5 years. And it's like, what? You have issues because you were abandoned by the people that you trusted most in the world at a very formative period of your life. You know, like, we don't really think of it as... Or, you know, give me a million examples, emotional abuse, whatever. And we just kind of think of it like, oh, that's not so bad. There are people who this, or there are people who that. But like, what happened to you was still really bad.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to let it hurt. And you're allowed to express that. For me, I was never allowed to say, yo, I'm pissed off about this, or such and such really hurt my feelings. Like, I was never allowed to do that because it was always framed to me as, well, girl, do you understand how much worse people across the world have it? Like, I don't care about your little feelings being hurt. That don't mean nothing. You got food to eat, right? You got a house to stay in. You go to school every day, clothes all on your body. I don't understand what you're mad about. So anyway, said all this to say that it's a difficult process. Sometimes you will feel like you're taking 4 steps forward and then 10 steps back in your journey of like reconciling all that. But once I got to the place, you know, literally 4 days ago, where I met my inner child where she was at and let that little bitch know that I'm here for her. Like, and you have been trying my nerves for a long time with your needy ass, but I'm here for you. And I'm going to guide your black ass through the rest of this. Like, that has been very, very helpful for me. It's a huge place to get to. But you have to get there, and you just have to keep pushing, keep working for it, even in the times when it feels like, bitch, I am always going to be depressed. I'm never going to wake up and see the joy in life. I'm never going to wake up and feel like getting out of bed, you know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. You don't feel like that today, but please just hang in there and keep going because it's worth the work.
Right.
But it is a lot of fucking work.
It is.
All right. Good luck to you, Maya, and to everyone else struggling with the same thing. If you guys have a question for the couch or for the read, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We will be right back.
So listen, life is full of stress. We just got done talking about therapy. And if you are interested in some quick and easy therapy, you should check out Talkspace. Between work, family, and everything in between, it's not always easy to find time for yourself. Talkspace is online therapy that makes taking care of your mental health more affordable and convenient than ever before. No more waiting for your next appointment to talk about whatever's on your mind. With Talkspace, you can send your therapist unlimited text, audio, picture, or video messages from anywhere at any time, no matter what you're going through. You're not alone. So join more than 1 million people who are feeling happier with Talkspace. I've used Talkspace myself when it was like out of my typical session. Mm-hmm. My psychiatrist has 2 kids now, brand spanking. Oh, okay. So every now and then I wanted to be like, okay, she got a baby. Let me call a little Talkspace because I got something. So, right. And they're always there and great help.
Yeah, and you all know that I used Talkspace too when I was going through it real bad a couple years ago, and it absolutely, literally, no hyperbole, changed my life. Talkspace has more than 4,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing the challenges we all face. So to match with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com and use code READ to get your first week free and show your support for the show. That's code READ at Talkspace.com. Talking to somebody can really fucking help y'all. So please do that. Let's move on.
Imagine how many goals you could accomplish if we were able to slow down and be mindful this year. This is why we're excited to partner with Calm, the #1 app to help you meditate, sleep, and relax. Practices like meditation and prioritizing sleep can leave you feeling more rested so you have the energy to go out and achieve your goals. If you head to calm.com/theread, you'll get 25% off of a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of programs like guided meditations on issues like anxiety, stress, and focus. Amen to that.
Yes.
Sleep stories, which are basically just bedtime stories for adults. Get into it because they're great. You can head to Lavender Fields with Stephen Fry or explore New Zealand with Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones. All you got to do is go to calm.com/theread.
That's right. And I will tell y'all this about Calm. Like, I was never one who was into all the hippie, meditation, type shit. I was never one for that until the Calm app and until therapy, when I realized, honestly, if you're in therapy, meditation and that sort of shit is like the perfect accessory to therapy, because guided meditations can help you work through some of those issues that you brought up in therapy and kind of like bring them to the surface and purge them from yourself. Like what I am an actual active paid user of Calm. I used our discount code. Yes, I did.
I mean, it's ours.
Hell, it's ours. It's my damn discount. I'm going to use it. And I bought a year-long subscription, and they have so many guided meditations for every facet of life. There are bedtime stories, of course. There's stuff for kids. But there are, like, I am going through the ones right now where it's 7 days of gratitude, and I have just... it's been so huge for me to actually have a notebook where I write down things that I'm grateful for, things that I love about myself, that sort of thing. I just cannot tell you how much I really love and appreciate what Calm has done for me. It is a huge help and a huge supplement to the therapy I go to every week. For a limited time, the Read listeners can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/theread. That's calm.com/theread. Get unlimited access to all of Calm's content today. calm.com/THEREAD. Give yourself the gift of Calm and keep 2019 going in the right direction. Or, it's almost June. We halfway there. Maybe you just need to switch things up and get yourself pushing in the right direction for whatever reason. Calm.com/theread. Let them know we sent you. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, so it's time now for the read.
It is, and I really only have like 3 sentences to say. So if you want me, okay, so first of all, fuck the Republican Party.
Okay.
I really thought last week that the shit that I heard coming out of Georgia was going to be the worst as far as this abortion bill is concerned, and how terrible the Georgia law was, and we was all just like gnashing our teeth, tearing our hair out about this. And Alabama said, bitch, hold my beer.
Right.
Roll Tide. Because we're actually going to make it even worse. Alabama's governor just a couple of hours ago signed into law a bill that makes pretty much every abortion illegal in the state. There are no exceptions for rape or incest. You can literally only lose a pregnancy if you did not know you were pregnant. What the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. The point is that 25 white men should not be in charge of what women in Alabama do with their bodies. Same goes for Georgia. And if you bitches in California, New York, all the rest of these liberal places think that you're safe, if you think the GOP is not coming for Roe v. Wade with Donald Trump's Supreme Court, you are out of your goddamn mind. And this is why we stress so much the importance of voting for a Democrat. Y'all know, I said it last week. I don't give a fuck about the Democrats, but I do give a fuck about our rights. And the Democrats care a lot more about the civil rights for the rest of us than Republicans do. Donald Trump's ass is in office, and now look at how many different Supreme Court, what the fuck are they called? Not judicials. What are they called? Judges? But yeah, anyway. Look at how he has been able to influence the Supreme Court. Look at how many federal judges he's appointed. Look at all this bullshit he's pulling. Look at this war he's about to start to distract everybody from the fact that him and his people did everything they could to be illegal or borderline illegal with this Russia shit and covering it all up. So I just want to say, please remain diligent. Like I said last week, as far as local shit is concerned, please get involved locally with getting the word out. Please, please, please vote for your senators and House representatives, and not just in like the federal, not just in DC, Senate and House, but also your local Senate and House. And some of us, you're in deep red states, and it's not gonna matter how you vote about that, because them country ass, backwards ass, Republican ass white folks are gonna do whatever they want to anyway. I get that, because I used to live in one of those places, and I understand when the white people outnumber you by 3 to 1. It's only so much you can do. But please, 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 this is so important. For me, it's not even about me personally. I've never been pregnant, never had an abortion. It's not a pressing issue for me, but I could get pregnant, first of all. And if I got pregnant, or was impregnated against my will, I would absolutely want access to safe abortion procedures. And no one, most importantly, I don't give a fuck how you feel about abortion. You do not have the right to tell me what to do with my own fucking body. I don't give a shit. You do not have the right to tell me that I should or should not have to go through all of the shit that pregnancy brings just so that I can give birth to a child that y'all not gonna actually give a fuck about or support after that.
Right.
Y'all so worried about babies in the incubation stage, and yet once they get here, you like, bitch, we don't care about WIC, we don't care about food stamps, we don't care about safe, affordable housing, we don't care about childcare, we don't care about none of that shit. And it's like, so goddamn, you made me keep this baby for what? For what? You ain't gonna help. Every time somebody says that I'm not for abortion, you need to take responsibility for your actions. Bitch, are you going to take responsibility for this action? Or should you stay in your fucking lane, mind your fucking business, and let me do what I want to do? Please, people, it's our government. They need to be scared of us, not the other way around. And I'm done.
For me, so there is a movie trailer that has gone viral on the internet for a film that was written by and is starring a white man, and it's about this honky that wants to do radio and fails because he's boring or whatever. And so then he adopts this stereotypical black woman voice and becomes a hit and the like, right?
No.
I don't give a fuck about the movie in all of the ways that it is clearly offensive, right? What pisses me off about this is that it is another blatant use of black anger and frustration as marketing. And that is what really just incenses me.
Yes.
Like, when I initially saw the fucking trailer, scroll down my Twitter feed, it was one of those, have you ever seen something on the internet that you just wish you could delete and nobody else would see it?
I literally did not watch the trailer. I scrolled right on by. I said, nah, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up.
As soon as I saw it, it was like really early on too.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is such a clear attempt at grabbing at black people specifically, knowing full well we are going to be reasonably offended and pissed off by this, and we will do all of the promotional work for them. This is not a movie that is being funded by some huge, expensive movie studio or production company or whatever, but they knew that with the poster, which is this white man literally splitting this big dark-skinned woman's head in half with his head in between it, they knew that they could use these promotional materials and piss us the fuck off and then market, because had none of us ever paid attention to it, had not a single person with melanin at all seen or clicked on this trailer, peanuts.
Right.
Like, now, even if niggas don't go and see it, they got a much better chance of this movie doing well in comparison to, like, if we had not
just because people have heard of it.
This motherfucker right here is not slick. You tried to run and then immediately post some picture that you took, some selfie with Marlon Wayans where it looks like he wasn't even prepared for the photo. It looks like you literally ran up next to him and took a selfie and then ran away before he could react. Like, so that you could use this whole, but what about white chicks? Excuse that a whole ton of other white people are using. You don't get to do that. You don't get, as white people, to paint yourselves black for years and years and years and years and shut Negroes out of the entertainment industry in numerous ways, especially Hollywood. And then when two niggas, decades later, act as some white girls with other white women in the film, then you want to use that as an excuse to go and mock black women and say whatever the fuck else. I don't care about none of the niggas that are in the movie. I don't care about none of these excuses about, there's more of them. It gets into depth about all of that too, and the trailer doesn't show that. Why not?
Right.
Why the fuck not? Why not? The trailer is like our eye into the movie.
Yes.
We don't know what this is. This shit ain't Avengers, bitch. We have no fucking reason to go and just watch this movie just cuz. Convince us, bitch, you know what the fuck time it is. Like, you wanted us to be pissed. You knew that we would. It's the same fucking shit that the fashion houses do. I don't give a fuck. You're not gonna talk to me about no fucking fashion label that has existed for 170 goddamn years, and then you putting nooses around hoodies and putting Sambo on your goddamn jackets and shit, and like, oh, but we had no idea that the niggers would be upset about this.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And you counted on it because you knew that you would make bank just by us being pissed. Yeah. I'm tired. And I'm just annoyed. It's not even the film, because the film, I would have never gone to see it. I doubt that it's even going to be some sort of smash that's just going to crush.
No, it's going to flop.
It's clearly going to, but just the fact that we're talking about it to the extent that we have is more success than it would have gotten otherwise. And I'm just tired of our pain, our frustration, our anger being used to make white people even more money. And then when you do have black people like the judge from Paternity Court, who are front and center and are the reason why your fucking show wins an Emmy, that you have the white creator go up on there and thank everybody but her. The motherfucker on set doing makeup. You thank every goddamn judge that was up against your show, and this black woman's right here, cannot say anything, does not even she's right there. Yeah. You didn't even turn and give this chick a head nod or whatever. I'm tired. Like, all y'all can choke, and that's all from me. Personally.
Woo. You know, first of all, I'm very glad we're not saying the name of that movie.
I refuse. I mean, I'm sure most of y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, no, y'all know. But I'm not even, and I struggled with even bringing it up at all, because I'm like, I don't even have to say the name. People will Google.
Yep, they will.
And there's no way around it. There's no way around it. There's nothing that can be done.
I'm certain this has hit Facebook by now, so I'm sure y'all know exactly what we're talking about. But it's just tired. It's sad. It's an old raggedy trope, and I just don't care. Like, to the black people involved with this movie, I hope the check was worth it, girl, because it's just garbage. There's no amount of money white people could have given me to be the sassy, fat black woman who is the voice for this white man, and, you know, whatever the fuck the premise is, the dumbass premise of
He
this
does
movie.
the voice himself.
We have to hear a white man. Oh no!
He literally sits there and does this Aunt Jemima-ass imitation of a black woman.
Hell no, bitch! It's gonna be a swift and a sturdy hell no from me. And that's all. I know y'all thought y'all was cute with the name of that. I know y'all thought y'all was cute with the premise. Like, we ain't never heard of nothing like that before. But it's all just tired. And I know that you're banking on like angry money, angry dollars going to see this, but it won't be mine. So fuck every single person involved with the production of this movie. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but girl, suck my dick.
Well, that's just about it, unless you want to talk about the bells.
Whom? The bells?
Yeah, the bells that Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh yes, queen. It's time for our Game of Thrones recap. I almost forgot, bitch. One episode left.
The girls are livid.
They are pissed.
They are just fuming.
I would just like to say, I told y'all that white woman was gonna go white woman. I told y'all Taylor Swift was gonna go Taylor Swift.
Listen,
and that's exactly what that bitch did.
They are so mad at this last episode of Game of Thrones. Like, I've literally seen a strong petition for them to remake the whole final season. They want the girls to start all over. They're pissed.
I mean, I get it, because a lot of things don't make sense now. The actors clearly. I watched a video earlier where all the actors are reacting.
I saw that video too.
It's so funny.
It said something like 5 minutes of all the actors or the cast of Game of Thrones being disappointed with the ending. And I didn't catch any of those clips, but like almost everyone was either shading or they were trying so hard not to.
Like, Peter Dinklage was like, Game of Thrones is the best show on TV. It's brilliant.
It's just so great.
You guys can't.
D&D are the greatest writers just in the absolute
Emilia
industry.
Clarke's like, best season ever. They all hate it.
Yeah.
So fine, y'all hate it. And I get it. It's deviating greatly from the books and all that. I don't care, because I am entertained.
I'm having a blast.
And that's all I come here for. I did not want Daenerys to kill them thousands of innocents, but bitch, when she hitched up Drogon... When she hitched up Drogon after that bell tolled and went through and mowed all you niggas down with the fire, I was like, yeah!
here are my only issues. 2 issues, right? One, the fact that she was able to take out that entire fleet just with that one dragon, it's like, why didn't you do that last week?
Right.
You know, like that to me was a little like, what was the difference between when they sort of jumped you with 2 dragons and when you just cracked through the sky this week and then were able to take them out like it was nothing? That confused me. Yeah. And then the only other thing was like, it's just, this season should have probably been a bit longer.
It definitely should have.
I don't see how they're going to like adequately tie up so many of the loose ends.
That's
like how Grey Worm's feeling, how John is feeling, everything going on with Danny.
Grey Worm was slicing niggas in half right in front of their faces last week. He's pissed.
But I don't know. It's just, it was too more, even an 8-episode season, I feel like would have been able to get us to where we are now nicer. I know that a lot of people, okay, so 2 of the main criticisms that I've seen, there are many, but like the biggest ones were the way Cersei dies, like, even though I don't think she's dead.
Right, I don't either.
And
I think Jaime died protecting her.
I absolutely believe so too.
Speaking of, sorry to interrupt you, how the fuck did Jaime get stabbed like that and still get up and walk to the castle? How did he live through that fight with Euron? I thought they both were gonna die right there.
Me too.
How did this nigga all of a sudden he was like really dragging himself over to this knife and then got up and just walked on to
Love.
All right, girl.
Love.
Blood pouring out the sides of your body, but okay.
Like he stabbed you.
No, stabbed a lot. Like we watched it. We saw it. I saw it. It was through my fingers, but I saw it.
They could have just written and said that he didn't.
I'm like, he should have bled out on his way to the castle or something. This don't make sense.
You could have just not got. You could have cut and sliced.
Right. You could. That's the thing. This didn't happen in real life. Y'all could have just not had that happen, and it would have been a lot more realistic.
So yeah, I totally agree that Jaime is going to like protect Cersei somehow in that rubble, and she'll make it out. He will not. And I kind of feel like if he dies. Because I think that if Jaime dies and he doesn't tell Cersei about what Tyrion did, Tyrion's like for sure gonna die.
Oh yeah.
Just because how fucked would it be, right? If Tyrion was the reason that this nigga even came and got you after he tried to warn your motherfucking ass, like many people did.
Right.
That he is basically the one that the reason that you made it out of this motherfucker alive, but you don't ever know that, and they kill him. The same brother that you treated like garbage his whole ass life is the reason that you can go and open your farmer's market, wherever it is that you run away to, and raise your baby.
I can't, not farmer's market.
Now, if she is dead, right, here's the reason why I'm okay with her going out the way that she did, if she did go out that way. Many people were just pissed because they wanted her to have a just bloody, vile, gruesome death.
It's me.
I totally understand that. Wouldn't have minded it myself. But I feel like if you think about it, it would have been totally satisfying if Arya would have, run up with Jaime's face on or whatever and stuck a blade through her throat. Would have loved.
Well, look, Arya not done, okay?
Oh,
bloody and broken.
Mama's got a blade for somebody else's throat.
She's ashy and musty, but she's not done. She got on that brand horse and she's
about to leave a note in the doorway.
That's right, bitch.
So
Daenerys almost killed Arya.
So
bitch.
That was the only moment in the episode where they literally had me tense, and they did that on purpose because they had so many moments where she ran from place to place and then they like blacked out and went back to Clegane.
Yep.
So it was like, what's going on?
That fight as well. I was living.
When the mountain
I was literally about to say the same thing.
I had to pause it to cackle just like this. That was so goddamn funny.
I was like, yo, you thought you could come up to this man and he literally picked you up and slammed your skull into the rocks. That's the end of you.
Like, I don't even believe he intended to kill him.
No, I don't
He
either.
was really just like, nigga, move. Like,
Cersei was like, let me just get my petticoat and get the fuck out y'all way.
Cersei did the Ashanti scoot.
No, not the Ashanti scoot.
She said, well, girls, let me get on out of here.
Let me just scooch right on by here. Sorry, excuse me, on your left.
I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't mind Cersei going out the way that she did if she did die that way.
Funny.
You got to think about it like this. If she would have had somebody run up on her and kill her like real quick or whatever. Like, I just feel like there was something really first of all, Game of Thrones has never given a fuck about what we want, period. So I don't know why you're all of a sudden acting like, where's the fan service? So that confuses me. But like, think about how fucked it is for her to have had this whole panicking moment.
Yes.
And she's like realizing before she even like flees, I've really fucked up.
Yeah.
And she's in that moment. She sees that she's really not going to get out. And she's bawling, knowing that her vanity, her stubbornness and her nastiness has cost her to kill another one of her babies.
Yeah.
And all she could do is just sit there and weep as she's bludgeoned to death, maybe. Like, something about that mentally, after I thought about it, is like really fucking satisfying.
It is.
Because that's horrible.
I like the idea of her dying while panicked.
Yes.
And upset. Because
and
she
humbled
deserves
as
that.
shit.
She deserves that. But I also want her to die publicly in front of lots and lots of people with her blood and guts.
Oh, well, everybody that she could have died in front of is dead.
Oh, wow.
So.
That's true. Because Daenerys killed all... I mean, like... You really could have took that shit straight to the castle. You knew where that bitch was. You could have just went straight over there.
And so, that being said,
this bitch barbecued all them people.
The girls are so upset
Arya's
with Dany's development. Reasonably so.
Arya is pissed.
And I love what she went through as well, because it was also like, okay, so now you were feeling yourself a little bit with the Night King thing. This was a fresh reminder that you need to stay on top of your game. You're not invincible.
Yes.
Also, it's like, it seemed to sort of shape her into the hero that Westeros needs. Because it was like the first time that I can really remember in a while that she actually made an effort to help other people actively besides just killing some niggas.
Yeah.
You know, like she was really trying to
that
usher.
Little girl and her mama. But of course the little girl not gonna leave her mama.
Like,
and then when Arya come out from the safe place, there they are, burnt the fuck up.
The next death will be even more meaningful than
they killing Daenerys. I just don't know if Daenerys is gonna take Drogon right on back to Winterfell and light them niggas up, because she knows she don't fuck with Sansa.
I'm hoping that at the very least Drogon gets to stay with Jon, or Drogon has laid eggs that Jon will be the pappy of.
Okay.
Something
I'm not
like
mad at that. I also think that Jon realized when he looked around after, Cersei's army dropped their swords. He was like, bitch, we cannot win, and we know that.
Yeah.
Like, Jon was like, yo, this could have gone so much differently. But my auntie girlfriend decided that it could not go down like that. And so maybe this bitch don't need to be queen. Maybe it need to be somebody with a heart and a soul like me.
Yeah.
So I think it would be very interesting.
I liked that.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see all the Starks rise up against Daenerys, because I think they finna.
For a while now, Jon hasn't even really been like, oh, I'm fucking with her because she's my queen and I love her. Like, he just really doesn't want to be the king.
Right, because fuck that.
And he's just like worked to get her what she wants and probably feels that loyalty. I don't think that there was ever, like, for a while now, he's been off of that personally.
Yeah.
And he just didn't want to step up to the plate. And this made him realize, oh, I really got to.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. A lot of people are pissed that I see like a split in people who are pissed with what Dany did. On one side are a lot of people who are upset that she did it all together and that she is a villain now. And to those people, I'm kind of confused because, like,
I mean, did you not see all
this?
this? Right. Like, the Taylor Swift signs were there from the very beginning.
The writer said that it was a spontaneous decision and she made it there. So it's clearly there was no fun. There was no foreshadowing. That's not how foreshadowing works.
Right.
Like, you don't have to, character doesn't have to be conscious of what they're going to do for foreshadowing to be present in the story. So it was always evident that she was going to, the moment that they said, please, when the bells ring, I'm like,
don't
and
do
she
it.
did it. I was like, she is going rotisserie, okay, on these bitches. And that's that. On the other side, I feel like a lot of people were pissed about it, felt like it wasn't earned. And like, how did we get there? And to that,
how did we get to Dany barbecuing all them people? Because I see it.
To that, I kind of feel like, again, if we would have gotten a little bit more episodes, a little longer season, 2, maybe even one more episode, could have filled that a little bit up. It just feels too rushed. But all in all, I always knew that she was going to do that shit, and it's lit. No pun intended. Fuck that shit. They chopped her best friend's head off.
Chile. And that would have been
beaten,
enough.
Jailed, raped, 2 of her kids dead. She found out that her boyfriend is actually her nephew and is really the one who's supposed to be getting this goddamn
She don't care about the nephew part.
This white bitch in this terrible wig tried her to her goddamn goddamn face.
Facts.
These people, and that she burnt to a crisp. Remember, they were the one throwing cabbages and scallions and okra and shit at Cersei,
yep.
and were laughing their fucking heads off when Ned's got chopped in front of Arya.
That's true.
Don't feel bad for him. So, Mama said, she said right there for you when Varys was trying to poison her, and she knew it. None of the girls in this city love me. I don't have love in Westeros like that. At least not like that nigga. So fear's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
She heard those bells and she was fed up and she said, you know what?
I don't give a fuck if they surrendered.
There's never anything that's going to happen, and especially now that the truth is out, y'all bitches are always going to try and hold this Aegon Targaryen thing over my head. So guess what Aegon Targaryen can't do? Beat my ass. And I'm gonna prove it to you bitches today. The end. I'm just excited to see where things go from here. I'm not mad at it. I just
but
think it
bitch,
could
you
have
have a dragon. She took out the Iron Fleet. She could have took out Cersei, and people would have bowed down to her. Period. Out of fear. She didn't have to kill everybody like that, because bitch, ain't nobody going up against your fucking dragon.
But she's crazy.
I don't even think she's crazy. I think she's just. It was a lot of fucked up shit that happened all at once.
I don't think so either.
Somebody edited that portion where she was on the dragon thinking about what she was gonna do, with like flashbacks of scenes where Daenerys was done very fucking wrong or was really fucking hurt.
See, even something like that could have been like,
where it's
okay,
just like
here's
a reminder, like,
something.
y'all see why this bitch is doing this now, right? It was like, on one hand, the two sides of me, one of them was like, bitch, you could have just killed Cersei. You didn't have to do all that. The other side of me was like, I have been watching this show for so long, and I've been waiting for some dragons to burn some shit up. And this was highly satisfying.
Whoever edited Dreams and Nightmares into there, exquisite. Thank you so much for that.
Whoever replaced the bell with Nuck if you buck.
That was fantastic as well.
Because that's exactly what Daenerys did. She said, oh, well, bitch, I can knock. It's no fucking problem, bitch, because I am Buck.
Yeah, so, a lot of how they gave this to us was ashy and definitely could have been done better, but I'm not surprised or shocked or upset with how anything ended up. And I believe they're supposed to be doing a spinoff, so I don't know I don't even know what that is supposed to be or whatever. Hopefully it's Arya's show. I would love that. Arya starting her own assassin academy.
I just want to know who's gonna write it, because I don't want these same two people to be in charge of it. No shade.
I think they're writing in the next Star Wars
especially
movie.
once I figured out that they only changed so much stuff because people on the internet figured out the ending. Who the fuck cares?
I told you.
You did, but it's like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just tell a good story. It doesn't matter if they figured out the fucking ending. Who cares?
That's one of the things that George R.R. Martin commented on in that same clip.
Yeah.
He was like, then people find out about it, and then you got to go back, and then you have to retcon all this. The girls are tired.
But you don't have to do that. You can just let people find out. Fuck the internet. Let them think whatever they think. Just tell a good story.
Yeah, I doubt that this last episode, if you were legit livid and you wrote or
you
wrote a think piece or commented
you're gonna be
in agreement
pissed.
with a think piece, I don't think this next episode is going to do much to help that. I think it's probably going to end.
You're going to be pissed because Kit Harington called it disappointing.
To homegirl's face.
To her face.
And then he kind of realized that she was like, oh no, what? And he was like, oh, it's epic. One of those two things. One of those two things.
I mean, honestly, it is. It's going to be one of those two things.
An epic disappointment?
Maybe.
Damn.
It just might be. But bitch, I will be tuned the fuck in.
What if she kills Jon and she just stays the queen? I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
The cynic in me would live.
I don't think anybody's going to sit on the Iron Throne.
I kind of thought that might be a possibility, that it all just ends in dirt and that's it.
Right.
But I don't know. At this point, girl, they may be doing some reshoots and some CGI.
They might.
Some crunch
right
time
the fuck now.
at the studio and just making up some shit to try and save the day. I don't know. But girl, yeah, I'm okay. At this point, and I've watched it for such a long time and I've loved this show for such a long time. Yeah. You would think that I would be right along with everybody else that's pissed, but that episode was way less stressful for me than episode 3.
I had a great time.
I loved it.
Woo,
I was getting high and jumping on my bed.
Drogon burning all them niggas up. I had a phenomenal time when
Broil.
And I kind of felt like part of the reason. First of all, Dany shouldn't have rushed in like she did in the previous episode. That's why one of her babies got shot. Yeah. But I think she realized that they're not arrows. What are them big ass things they shooting out of them?
I guess you could call them
they were just massive spike things.
Spears,
right? They're these big ass
I know what
spears.
the actual term is.
I think she realized that they can launch them shits, but once they launch them, like, they can't follow you. They're not heat seekers. So after they launched them, she was like, all right, Drogon, let's dodge to the left. And that was it. I guess because she burnt every last one of them niggas up and then came for the rest of y'all.
Moments.
When Cersei said, the Red Keep has never fallen. It won't fall today. It's like, bitch, famous last words. Because there go the Red Keep right there.
You literally had the best view in the house that all of this shit.
You saw it, girl.
You had way more time to get the fuck up out of there than you did, but you wanted to be stank and full of yourself. Mm-hmm. And I told y'all niggas already, Cersei she don't have hands. Once all of her shit fell down.
Oh, no, that was it. She panicked.
It was a wrap for her.
Once her hand died and she realized the mountain didn't give a fuck about her no more, she was in full panic mode. But speaking of hands, did you notice that Jaime's grew back in this one scene where he was hugging her at the end?
God damn, they don't give a fuck.
Somebody said, what the fuck, dog? How Jaime's hand just magically... Wait, how do I do it? How do I get it so you can see it? Yeah, look at it. Him and Cersei are hugging, and look at that magical, brand new, organic hand.
I saw this picture actually with the circle highlighting the hand, and at first I didn't even put two and two together what they were talking
Remember,
about.
he lost his hand.
Yeah, but I just didn't even.
But now all of a sudden it's back.
Wow.
They don't give a fuck no more. Starbucks cup and everything in this bitch. That makes me feel like it's not even just the writers, it's the other people working on the show who are like, oh, so this is how you gonna do us?
Somewhere,
fine then, bitch. We'll fuck it all up.
Somewhere, someone started a ripple effect of fuck this. We're done.
Yes, amen.
It's very last day of school tea. Where you just beat that bitch ass.
I ain't teaching them kids nothing. Sit down, eat your Reese's, drink your fucking pop, and leave me alone.
Who cares?
Woo, but yes, I will be tuned in and ready next week for the series finale of Game of Thrones. I know y'all will be too. I cannot wait to see all the mad, hurt feelings. It's honestly my favorite part about this show, just seeing how pissed people are about it.
Because a lot of them are unreasonably pissed, but I love the people who are like, no, honey, what I've done is actually read all of the books. I've also watched each episode of the series thrice.
Yeah.
So here are my cliff notes of how all of the girls fucked up. Like, some bitches actually have really good reasons to be pissed, but... Yeah.
Well, we will see next Sunday, but on that note, that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out at thisistheread.com, on social media at thisistheread. Don't forget to check out our great sponsors, Coach and their new Dream It Real podcast. It's a series for those who dream, like Selena Gomez, Michael B. Jordan, and Maisie Williams. Hey now, Game of Thrones. Arya, she's truly that bitch. But anyway, this podcast is for those who take action in creating the future they know is possible. Consider the new series part of Coach's Dream It Real initiative, your very own dream inspiration. You can subscribe today wherever you get your favorite podcast. Cannot wait to check that out. Kid Fury, any news from you this week?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, well, I'm going to just let y'all know now we may not be at the Roots Festival on June 1st. I will keep y'all posted about that. But, some things didn't shake out the way that they were supposed to, so we may not be there. Just a heads up. And I don't think I have any other news this week. Shout out to my fried chicken. It's very fucking good. You didn't come over on Sunday. You didn't get none.
No, I didn't.
It was incredible. But did you see the BuzzFeed video with the black moms comparing each other's soul food?
No, but I need to.
You must watch it. I'm not even going to spoil it for you. You have to look at that. BuzzFeed, if y'all do like black millennials judge each other's soul food, bitch, fucking call me. Because I will put my chicken and mac and cheese up against anybody's. Okay, my shit is good. It's true. Good as fuck. All right. Anyway, that is it for The Read. We will see you niggas next week.
Goodbye.